My name is Joe Germanco of Germanco Law Partners here in Bolingbrook. I am the chair of the board of directors of the Chamber of Commerce. I want to take an opportunity simply to thank you all for coming today. This is one of our signature events, one of the events that really helps define the Chamber and as a host of this event. And of course, we couldn't have this event without our keynote speaker, the mayor, coming and telling us what the goings-on are of the village. And we couldn't have this event without the great sponsors who have played a role in this today as well. So the Chamber of Commerce, of course, wants your support. We thank you for your support. We want to continue to grow businesses in Bolingbrook for the benefit of the community. And so thank you for all your contributions, because the fact that you're here tells me that you do care about not just the town, but the business environment as well. So thank you. And without further ado, I want to introduce the Bolingbrook High School ROTC for the Pledge of Allegiance. If you'd please stand.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Great job. Thank you, ROTC, for your contribution today. Thank you. Next up, I'd like to introduce Pastor Jeremiah Stengel for an invocation.
Good to see all of you today. Philippians chapter 4 and verse 6 tells us when we pray that we should pray with thanksgiving. And so I want to take just a moment. I want to challenge you to just in your heart, just for a moment as we pray and we ask God's blessing over our food and this time together, that you just express some thanksgiving to God for this great community, these amazing businesses that have come together, that our fabric of our community is held together by all of these beautiful relationships that God has given to all of us. And so take a moment as we pray and express thanksgiving in your heart. Let's pray together. Father, we thank you so much for this food and all of these wonderful business leaders that have come together to celebrate all the good things that are happening in our community. And God, with thanksgiving in our hearts right now, God, we say thank you for this community. Thank you for our schools and everything that you're doing in every part of this community. And God, I pray your blessing over this food and our time of fellowship. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much, Pastor Jeremiah. We appreciate that. Well, welcome everyone. We're excited to have you all here, and we appreciate you all being here today. My name is Melissa Boltz. I am the Executive Director of the Bolingbrook Area Chamber of Commerce, and I would actually like to acknowledge some people that are here with us today. First of all, I would like to introduce the Bolingbrook Chamber staff, stuck in the corner back there. Rebecca Mitchell, Saba Rashid, and Vanessa Delgado Saudo. Please give them a round of applause. Many of you know it takes a lot of work to put something like this together, and boy, they have just stepped up and done an incredible job today. I'd also like to acknowledge our board of directors today. We have Joe Germanco Law Partners, our board chair. Larry Greenwich, Illinois Aviation Museum, our vice chair. Karen Metcalf, Eberhard Accounting, our treasurer. Jeff Hett, Ted's Montana Grill, a director. Tristan Shaw, U Chicago Medicine, Advent Health, Bolingbrook, Director. Mike Justice, Citgo, Director. Jenna Fash, Fash Counseling, Director. Diana Sorescu, Bolingbrook Bank and Trust, Director. Billy Hirth, Edward Jones, Director. Paul Cruz, Christian Brothers Automotive, Director. Chris Kukler, Promenade Bolingbrook, Director. Robin McBroom, McBroom's Cleaning Services, Director. Your time and your talents that you give to the board is truly appreciated. We have many elected officials joining us today, so I'm going to acknowledge some of them right now. Debbie Sikora, Secretary, Valley View School District. Elizabeth Liz Campbell, Valley View School District. Victoria Sutter-Lynn, Valley View School District. And from the Bolingbrook Park District, we have Sue Vastallo. Did I say that correct? Sorry. Jerry Hicks. Dorothy Andrews. Jake McVeigh, Frank McKay, and Mike Sellup, the Executive Director. From the Fountaindale Library District, Celeste Bermejo, Marcelo Valencia, Bobby Armstrong, Sarah Siska, Mirjaz Alim, James Daniels, and Peggy Danhoff. And we have some mayors here we would like to acknowledge. Phil Sussa, did I say that correct? Sorry, Mayor of Wheaton. Well, everybody please enjoy your salads, and we will be back up shortly with our program. Thank you. Again, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the 2024 Bolingbrook Area Chamber of Commerce State of the Village Luncheon. I first of all want to start by saying thank you to our sponsors. We've had them scrolling across the screen, and we truly appreciate their support of the Chamber. 2023 has been a year of transition for the Chamber. Many of you have noticed most of these faces at the Chamber office are not the ones you saw last year. It was a privilege to take over as Executive Director for the Chamber in June of 2023, and I can assure you, exciting things are coming. Those of you who know me well enough to know that my passion for the Chamber, I could go on and on for hours about the vision for the Chamber. I don't think it's me you're here to see speak all day. What I can say is be ready. In a few months, you will see the commitment the Chamber has to the businesses and the community to be a driving force in the future of Bolingbrook. I'm not going to share all of it right now, but I will share a few highlights that several of you are already taking advantage of. Many hours have been spent developing educational programming through the Chamber, state-mandated employee training, small business education and development, strategic partnerships to bring resources to all of our businesses to help them continue to grow and thrive. government advocacy, a voice for our business, working with our businesses to let them be heard on a state and federal level, educating our businesses and our business owners on legislation and how it will affect their business, and making sure our members are compliant with laws to avoid costly penalties. Workforce development. I'm sure many of you in this room struggle to hire and retain talent. Continuing to strengthen and expand our workforce academy within our school district to get our non-college bound students into careers within our community, as well as support and career placement for our students that pursue college degrees. Partnerships with educational institutions, DCEO, and many other organizations to attract talent and employees to Bolingbrook. When people come and work here, they grow roots here. They spend money here in our local economy. And it's important to not forget our social events. Many of you have made important connections at these events. Business begets business. And the relationships many of you have created at these events have built a foundation that have contributed to the success of your business. In a few years, the Chamber will be celebrating a milestone anniversary. It's exciting to be part of creating an organizational excellence that will last for many milestone anniversaries. Staying relevant in the changing business climate and moving forward with strategic planning and execution will allow us to create a world-class chamber for our Bolingbrook community. And lastly, I would like to say a special thank you to Mayor Mary Alexander-Basta and the Village of Bolingbrook. It's our partnership with the village that allows business, government, and community to truly come together. And now it is my honor to introduce our keynote speaker today, Mayor Mary Alexander-Basta.
Thank you, Melissa, and thank you all for being here today. I always look forward to this address each year because not only does it provide me the platform to communicate with all of you while writing the speech, it gives me the opportunity to reflect on the positive change that has happened in the village of Bolingbrook over the past year. It allows me the space to cast vision for the future and keep our eyes on the goals that we have set for ourselves. I'm excited to share with you today some of the major accomplishments as well as some truly incredible projects that we have for the future. But first, I would like to thank the Bolingbrook Golf Club for hosting us today, and a special thanks to Jill Maldonado. It's her birthday, and we're all here to celebrate you, Jill. I'd also like to thank the Bolingbrook Area Chamber of Commerce. I'd like to also acknowledge some elected officials that were not acknowledged earlier. We have, please hold your applause till the very end, Senator Meg Capel, Minority Leader of Illinois Senate John Curran, State Representative Dee Avalar, Mayor John Noak from Romeoville, thank you for being here, Mayor Philip Cease of Wheaton, and also President of the DMMC, Mayor Joseph Marquez of the City of Darien, Mayor Cece DeBall from Shorewood, DuPage Township, and also one of our firefighters, so hence he gets applause, right? Sure. DuPage Township Assessor Ken Harris, Downers Grove Assessor Greg Boltz. We also have our very own Village Clerk Marty Barton, Village of Bolingbrook Trustee and Deputy Mayor Michael Lawler, Trustee Michael Carpenzano, Trustee Troy Doris, Trustee Jean Kelly, Trustee Jose Quintero, and Trustee Maria Zarate. Thank you all for being here. I also have a few honored guests that I'm very honored to have joining us today. Obviously, I'm honored to have all of you guys joining us today, but a few special guests that kind of went out of their way is our Illinois Secretary of Transportation, Mr. Omar Osman. We also have from IDOT, Deputy Director of Highways for Region 1, Joe Rios. Thank you. Region 1 is Engineer Assam Marayan. Thank you so much. Someone I'd like to refer to as a friend, and I want to welcome her to Chicago, and a special welcome to Bolingbrook, our very new Egyptian ambassador, although serving as Consulate General of Egypt here, Ms. Nada Draz. Thank you so much for being here. Vice Consul, Mr. Basil Taman, and my good friend from Mecca Center, Sheikh Hassan Ali. Thank you so much for being here. And last but not least, I do have to thank my husband who is joining us today and has had to put up with me, not just for the past 23 years, but especially for the past week, so as you can imagine. Lastly, I'd like to thank our very own Village of Bolingbrook staff, which includes two very important people sitting at the very back table, my assistant in charge of marketing, Joy Basil, as well as Barb Hanaf. Also, thank you to Bolingbrook Community Television, who is broadcasting this event live to some of our seniors remotely, and we'll have it for viewing later on YouTube channel. And then this is brought to you by a business that's located right here in Bolingbrook. I'd like to thank The View Show and Design for this incredible production. If you joined us for the annual State of the Village Luncheon last year, you may remember me asking what your legacy will be in 2023. I spoke about the future of Bolingbrook and the legacy we leave as a team. The long-lasting impact of our choices, events, and actions can only be carried out if we work together. Throughout this address, I will introduce you to members of our team, the starting lineup, if you will, the key players that have been instrumental in the projects and updates I'm sharing with you today. I truly believe that the projects we completed or started in 2023 are built to last. Organizations that we've invested in are investing back into our community and impacting our future. Events that we've added and invite both residents and visitors to be a part of will continue as traditions. I ended last year's address by asking, what are you doing today that will last through the future? Now, as I start this year's address, I'm asking, what are the things we did that will last long into the future? It isn't just village employees that worked as a team to add to our legacy. We all had a part in the growth of Bolingbrook. Experienced over the past year, our team is strong, and today we're celebrating the wins we've experienced and the goals we're racing towards. While there has been some change in leadership over the past couple of years, I'm sure many of you know a few of our MVPs as business owners and residents. You may recognize the following administrators: Ken Teppel and Lucas Rickelman, our police chief, Mike Rampa, fire chief, Jeff LaJoy, Director of Community Development, Matt Eastman, Director of Public Works, Andreas Orrego, Director of Finance, Rosa Kohaloon, and our Chief Information Officer, James Farrell. Don't get me wrong, there are many more captains of special teams that we are grateful for. I just don't have time to cover them all today. But there are some key players that you may interact with on a daily, monthly, or annual basis that are vital to the success. Some of these individuals are Crystal Tovar and Christy Kelleher in our clerk's department. If you're a business owner, you've definitely worked with these individuals as they handle all business, tobacco, and liquor licenses. Even if you're not a business owner, you may have had to work with the clerk's office in some form or another. They keep track of all various forms, including public notices, community event approvals, requests for communications, and they can even register you to vote, and so much more. A couple of other individuals that you may recognize if you own a business in town is our Fire Marshal, Brian Gaston, as well as our Building Commissioner, Steve Tulumas. These two men work in totally different departments, but they work together to ensure the safety of a building before it is open to the public. Like I said, there are many more players that make an impact on our success. Our team of people work through so many details to ensure that we're making the right choices when it comes to our growth, listening to concerns and opinions to make the best decisions possible. This growth could pertain to distribution, retail, residential, roadway, technology, and more. Over the past year, we've invested in market research to best understand the wants, needs, and opportunities for Bolingbrook. Everyone has opinion of what developments should come to town, but where do those opinions and true success opportunities intersect? We're looking to be more selective so we can elevate Bolingbrook's offerings. We're not alone in these marketing efforts. Developments such as the Promenade, as well as the Commons Shopping Plaza, have invested time, money, and resources to update appearance and opportunity with the goal of filling empty commercial space, welcoming new businesses, and engaging with the community. So let's get right into it with the Commons. Shopping Center is located right off of I-55 and Route 53. It is the gateway into Bolingbrook. Last year, we were happy to share that a new development agreement was approved, making us excited for a new entrance to town that we can all be proud of. We shared pictures showing the start of the makeover, including demolition of the old bank, cleaning up landscaping, and resurfacing the parking lot. While we are far from the project being completed, much more progress has taken place over the course of the year. CD Liquors underwent a remodel and changed its name to Green Valley Wine and Spirits. The new space is larger and definitely more updated. We also welcomed Northern Tool. The company opened their brand new building in late July. We had the privilege of touring the facility before their grand opening. Being one location out of 5 currently in Illinois, I'm proud that Northern Tool chose Bolingbrook to call home. The owners of the plaza have hired, yes, you can applause that, that's awesome, right? The owners of the plaza have hired Mid-America Leasing to aid in the efforts of filling empty commercial space. By elevating the look of the shopping plaza, we will be able to elevate the offerings in 2024. I look forward to the continued development of this property. The Promenade is another shopping center located conveniently at the entrance of town. With the original opening date in 2005 and different owners over the past years, the Promenade has undergone many changes to keep up with the shifting trends in retail. Most recently, MJ Wilco has explored many new options to attract new businesses over the last year. Yes, many brick and mortar chains have closed their doors. This is not unique to Bolingbrook. However, despite the changes in shopping trends, the Promenade has pivoted its vision to include fine dining and entertainment. Most recently, they announced new and upcoming businesses. These include Kids Empire, an indoor children's entertainment center, and one that I'm super excited about, not so much my husband, Belvino's Steakhouse. In addition, some of the favorites like Mago Grill will be moving locations still within the Promenade and expanding and elevating their space. In 2023, the village saw 2 new commercial buildings break ground. I got it. While these are in addition to existing locations already established in Bolingbrook, we welcome the newcomers to these large companies, have done their research, and are confident of the potential and success that they can have. Unlike traditional fast food restaurants, Chipotle's building offers a Chipotle lane, which operates differently than a typical drive-through, proving to drastically reduce service times and increase efficiency. Starbucks is currently in their construction process on Boughton Road, just west of Route 53, and I believe Councilor Giamanco is very excited about that, as that's right next to his office. They're projected to open in the spring, sir, just so you know. All right. And while new buildings can be exciting, the most attention we've received to a new business opening has been in a remodel of an existing space. I'm, of course, referring to Cosmics. The brand new concept from the McDonald's universe is the first in the world. Let me repeat that, the first in the world, located right here in Bolingbrook. So many large companies have chosen to make Bolingbrook home, and I'm proud that Cosmics joined that list. Not only do we have an amazing opportunity to influence this concept, but we have the opportunity to showcase to the world what makes Bolingbrook great. The restaurant has brought thousands of in-person visitors to the village and has brought media exposure to millions around the world. I look forward to using this exposure as a springboard to showcase Bolingbrook and what we have to offer on larger platforms. I also think back to another business that took over a building that created a lot of talk. Ivy Hall, Bolingbrook's first dispensary, opened their doors this past June and has successfully established themselves as part of our community. There have been so many notable businesses that opened in 2023. They showcase restaurants, retail, service-based, mom and pop shops like Crafty Bean, Fuel Up, Next E-Bikes, along with the larger brands like Pop Shelf, Cube Smart, Pet Supplies Plus, all made Bolingbrook home. 13 new restaurants opened in the past 12 months, and 5 are already planned for 2024. Overall, 1,002 new businesses chose to call Bolingbrook home in 2023, and this brings our number of businesses up to 1,400. While it's important to zoom in on some of the shopping plazas, new builds, and changes to existing buildings, what may be more impressive is to zoom out and look at Bolingbrook's retail landscape. The village maintains over 6.1 million square feet of commercial businesses with a vacancy rate of approximately 3.9%. Not only is that rate less than some of our surrounding communities, it is also less than last year's vacancy rate. In 2023, we filled those spaces and continue to close that gap. As we move into talking about some of the updates that our distribution corridor, I want to pause and ask you a question. Why Bolingbrook? Think about why you're here and what caused you to choose Bolingbrook for your business or as a community for your family. I asked David McNeil, founder and CEO of WeatherTech, to explain his vision and why he chose Bolingbrook. It wasn't just because space was available in a great location. It was because, and I quote, "a government with leaders that want to help businesses succeed." It was the focus on not business or residents, but the relationship between the two. Communication and support is vital to the success of a business. When we are able to provide this working relationship, we find that larger businesses are proud to highlight our community, and we are both able to benefit from the success. Thank you, WeatherTech, for sending the following video that displays this very idea.
WeatherTech products are the best automotive accessories in the world.
Like the village, WeatherTech is dedicated to a bigger, better, and more beautiful Bolingbrook. You've probably seen our commercials. And if you've ever driven down I-55, you've seen our buildings and billboards. but you may not know that we continue to grow with the village. No products are more highly valued than those that are made in America. That's why we're so very proud that WeatherTech designs, engineers, and manufactures right here at our headquarters in Bolingbrook, Illinois.
Trade life's messes for a little peace of mind with the WeatherTech floor liner. Let's take a closer look at our most iconic product.
Our best-selling floor liner continues to be a worldwide customer favorite, and every year we introduce several new products, which means we're growing. It also means that we need to hire the best talent in the market to keep up. You might know people that work here. In fact, many of our employees have been working here for over a decade.
I've been with the company for 16 years.
I've been with the company for the last 13 years.
I've been with WeatherTech for 10 years.
They'll tell you the same thing everyone does. WeatherTech is a great company with outstanding benefits and perks.
I will wear my WeatherTech shirt anywhere.
And I am proud to continue to grow with such an amazing company.
At WeatherTech, we are proud to call Bolingbrook, Illinois, our home.
Thank you of those of you that are here from WeatherTech today. We appreciate you. We're in an incredible position with our distribution corridor. In 2023, we saw the construction of a new building as part of the Carlisle Corporate Center West. In that area, we welcome Steinhoffels and Lazy Boy Furniture. Another big name that is no stranger to Bolingbrook is Ulta Beauty. They have leased the entire building under construction at 925 Bell Lane. We welcomed large name HelloFresh to Bolingbrook and look forward to a 2024 opening date of their distribution center located on Territorial Drive. We also saw construction and the final phase of 3 buildings located at 350 Lily Cash Lane. We're proud to say Bolingbrook is home to over 50 corporate headquarters. Commercial and business is not the only development happening. The village saw 92 housing starts over the past year. We've seen open projects come to completion, including the Springs at Lily Cash Creek, which currently is occupied at 95%. As of 2023, the village sold all available lots at Americana Estates, a high-end custom home subdivision, completing phase 2 of this project. Sawgrass continues to prove to be one of the most in-demand new housing starts in the village. Located west of Kings Road on Hassert, the subdivision consists of 216 lots. At this time, 109 have been purchased, and in 2023 alone, 56 construction permits were issued. With Sawgrass success and adjacent community, Sawgrass Towns offers a multi-use development consisting of an additional 51 single-family homes, as well as 142 townhomes. Pulte has already started construction on the first 22 units. I look forward to seeing the progress of these subdivisions over the course of the next year. That brings Bolingbrook's current active construction housing to include Americana, Sawgrass, Sawgrass Towns, and Bluebell Ridge, offering a variety of housing options. With all of this development and seeing bigger, better businesses and homes, I'd like to highlight some major upgrades we've made around Town Center. There were a few completed projects in 2023 that not only modernized our building, but they also add value and enrich the lives of our residents. The Bolingbrook Arts Council obtained a grant and was able to involve the community in producing the mosaic that is now displayed over the entryway of our many events held at Town Center. Visitors are now welcomed with many of the top languages spoken in Bolingbrook, highlighting our diversity. It has already been used as an educational piece for many organizations. Wait, hold right there. I actually did, where is the Arabic? So I and my kids will always know where I am in Arabic, right? So they can always come to that. We added a digital sign at Town Center parking lot entrance on Briarcliff Road. The new technology allows us to communicate more effectively with all of our passing by residents. Using the online platform, any information displayed is able to be updated in real time and programmed to inform residents of much more information than we were previously able to do. Through another grant, the Village of Bolingbrook promoted tourism as we added 2 different Route 66 monuments, one of which is located at the Promenade and the other at Town Center parking lot. As part of this same project, we also included EV charging stations. And our Public Works staff designed this, and I'm very, very proud of them, as I am told this is probably one of the best designed Route 66 setups. And they'll be celebrating a big anniversary this year, so clap out to that. In addition to those completed projects, there are a few that are currently in the works. We're creating a larger outdoor cafe behind Town Center near the concession stand. The new setup will be more easily maintained and provide a larger welcoming space to guests during outdoor events and festivals. A new permanent pavilion broke ground this past fall, and the gorgeous new space will be ready to welcome guests in the spring. I'd like to extend my gratitude to Senate Representative Natalie Manley, who helped secure the grant to make this project possible. Upcoming projects to the same area include updating and repairing a retention wall and pond behind Town Center, as well as upgrading the lighting that we have on the property. With all of these projects, I have to thank our Public Works Department. Whether it's taking on a project internally or working alongside other contractors, none of these projects would be possible without the dedication and expertise of our Public Works staff. Town Center is not the only area that has undergone a facelift. Other properties that added improvements to the completed items in 2023, elevating Bolingbrook's offering and images. The Illinois Aviation Museum. You guys know we have a museum? Anybody? Oh, Larry, you got to work on that. Mr. Greenwich, you're retired. You got to get people to know. The Illinois Aviation Museum added exhibits which included Faces of Flight, an interactive digital experience using technology to bring stories and education to visitors. The airport continues to host Cavalcade of Planes, bringing tens of thousands of visitors to town. If you have not been at this event, you definitely do not want to miss it this year. The Bolingbrook Golf Club is the recipient of many awards. This past year, they were awarded the 2022 Kemper Sports Facility of the Year and Safety National Awards. Bolingbrook was featured in NBC's Golf Passes Golfers' Choice Awards, ranking in 4 different categories, and was awarded the top public golf course and clubhouse by Chicago Golf Report. So thank you, Bolingbrook Golf Club and Kemper Sports. These accolades were made possible through the care and attention of our team and the maintenance and new projects that elevate these entities. I truly believe these updates have created and will continue to create a welcoming environment in which every single resident can be proud. I've just spent an enormous amount of time talking about dedicating and listing changes and improvements. I talked about things to come and what will be different, and while this next area of discussion is no exception to change, adaptability, growth, and the goal of being better each day, I want to spend some time talking about dependability and proven commitment and work of our public safety departments. It might seem strange to start off talking about public works, but the most basic description of this job is to keep our community safe. Often hidden in plain sight, these employees work each day to keep the infrastructure of our town running smoothly while providing updates. They keep our roads safe. They monitor water treatment, maintain electricity and traffic lights, trim trees, and so much more. The past couple of years have proven to be a crucial point in public safety. Changes in legislation and public opinion have forced agencies throughout the state to examine their policies and procedures. The Bolingbrook Police Department took a proactive approach to the Safety Act and the anticipated changes that came with it. State law required all officers to wear body cams by January of 2024. I have to say this was an unfunded mandate that we had to address. Our staff, under the leadership of Chief Rampa, went through, they exceeded expectations, and as of November of 2023, we were fully in body cams. So thank you to our BPD leadership of Chief Rampa. Hiring continues to be a challenge for both our police and fire departments. However, with strategic marketing and a more intentional approach using new platforms and resources, we saw an increase in applications this past year. Many of our police officers and firefighters are coming up on retirement, so it's important that we find not just anybody. We have to look for candidates that stand out and are able to be a part of our Bolingbrook family. In addition to personnel, these departments have also implemented new equipment and systems to better serve the community. The police department expanded their fleet with a new watch commander vehicle, an ATV, and a new armored rescue vehicle, which proved to be extremely valuable during an officer-involved shooting this past August. These newer models are outfitted with new technology that allows our officers to quickly respond to any incident. In addition to these vehicles, the department also welcomed K9 Raider to the Bolingbrook family. Raider joins Scout and Ava to our K9 unit. Do we see them anywhere up there? You might see them later. They're on this side? Oh, there they go. See, technology. The fire department also replaced vehicles in their fleet. Engines 2 and 5 replaced 2012 and 2014 engines this year. Mayors, do you know how long it takes to get an engine? It's not one of those things, right? Whew. But anyway, thank you, Chief LaJoy, who goes down and helps with the inspection. These new engines are well equipped to handle various firefighting and rescue scenarios with upgraded materials, capacity, and lighting. Bolingbrook covers almost 27 square miles, and we have our own fire department that is responsible for serving our residents rather than belonging to a fire district which services multiple municipalities. By adopting a more technological, advanced scheduling system, the fire department has been able to streamline our internal communication, provide better accessibility across our 5 fire stations, and oversee shifts from any device. Chief Rampa and Chief LaJoy continue to meet with residents during monthly Coffee with the Chiefs. This informal hall setting allows residents to hear directly from and dialogue with our public safety leaders. Yes, we actually do enjoy communicating directly with residents. Facebook is not the way to go, but it's okay. We won't talk about that one. Gotta love it. Do you guys have problems with that too, Facebook? No? Okay. The 2024 Coffee with the Chief schedule will continue to travel throughout the village to make the event more accessible to our residents. Other events throughout the year continue to provide community engagement, including Faith in Blue Weekend, as well as first responder masses. The Bolingbrook Fire Department hosted Camp Empower Her for young women for the second year in 2023, and their annual open house coincided with Fire Prevention Week. Our award-winning Public Works crew competes yearly in a snowplow rodeo. The Police, Fire, and Public Works Department participated in many holiday events throughout the year to include various trunk or treats, Thanksgiving food drives, and also charitable shopping events during the holiday. The Village of Bolingbrook is blessed to have such skilled professional and caring public servants. Thank you. Through many of the updates I've listed so far, you have probably seen a theme of technology. We live in a technological world. And by leaning into these advances, we can continue to serve our residents and businesses in a modern way. Technology has integrated itself into each and every one of our departments. Our website acts as a hub for information. We've updated and added new online features, including a community calendar, more online service request options, requests for clearance letters, garage sale permits, payment options, and various services. This year, we can look forward to seeing general billing online, as well as automated phone payments through our finance department. I'm sure you guys are excited about that, correct? Yes, absolutely. Technology has also allowed us to communicate with our residents more efficiently. While we have had an email-based platform for quite some time, I'm proud to announce that we will be moving platforms. We'll be joining the ranks of many neighboring municipalities and those across the nation by using Everbridge. Everbridge expands our capabilities to reliable text message emergency alert system while keeping the other forms of communication that subscribers have come to know, including Brook Police News. Through all of this, our IT department continues to provide services internally to our employees, ensuring we meet state and federal standards. Bolingbrook has also been recognized on an international level for the innovative projects we are completing. Thank you, CIO Farrell. Where are you? Oh, there you are. In addition to keeping people informed about major alerts and village news, we have many platforms in which we communicate community events and opportunities for engagement. 2023 offered events for every individual, from the kickoff of Arbor Day all the way through just a few weeks ago, which were the final days of our winter walk. Our goal is to provide free, engaging, educational, and entertaining options for residents and visitors. All of these offerings we have in Bolingbrook rely on so many community members, all a part of our team. Unfortunately, we lost members of our team this year. I want to take a moment to honor some of our community members that passed this year. Will you please join me in remembering them? While we are sad that these individuals are no longer with us, their legacy lives on. The impact they had on our community continues. I hope you will all take that same approach to what you do in both your personal and professional lives. What are you doing now that's going to elevate your future? What strategies are you implementing that will elevate your business? What choices are you making that will elevate Bolingbrook? Who are you inviting to be part of the growth with you? And it may seem odd at this point to rewind the past rather than cast a vision for the future, but it's so important that we don't lose sight of where we came from. Let me be clear. Bolingbrook is already a wonderful place to live, work, and play. Bolingbrook has so much to offer, and there's reason why we are home to so many corporate headquarters. There's a reason why we have so many things for families to do. There's a reason why we're being approved for grants to bring more tourism to town, and that is because of the foundations built in the past. Just think about how Bolingbrook started as a commuter city in the 1960s and how much growth we have seen since. Look at where Bolingbrook is today. And I'm sure many people have their own views of what Bolingbrook is. I was actually at a dinner recently where I was excited to be sharing my vision for the future, a hub of high-level dining, retail, and entertainment. And a Bolingbrook resident and businessman responded to my vision and said, "Let's not forget who we are." That comment has remained in my mind ever since. So who are we? Well, we're the only city in the state of Illinois to be featured on Fortune magazine's top 50 places to live for families. We're rated as the third most diverse suburb in the state. We have multiple school districts that are committed to academic growth, community partnerships, and record-breaking sports programs. We are home to many nonprofits that provide resources for those of all ages. We have a state-of-the-art library, a park district, and unique programming. We are who we make ourselves to be. And I want to elevate Bolingbrook. I want others' perception of us and our community to be elevated. The truth of the matter is, I'm not going to be mayor forever. Someone will always come next. But what are we doing now that will allow the next person to start ahead of where we did? Yes, Bolingbrook is already wonderful. But my mindset, both in my personal and professional life, is that there is always room to grow. There is always room to do more. And while I can ask you what you're doing as business owners, community leaders, developers, elected officials, volunteers, residents, and the list goes on, it's important that the village leads this charge. I am incredibly excited to announce one of the ways that we are elevating Bolingbrook in 2024. I alluded to it previously, but we've started to see the reward of our marketing and communication efforts with shopping plazas such as the Promenade and the Commons. In 2024, the village will continue to have more communication with owners of land and space in order to find the right development opportunities. We will continue to elevate our communications with existing businesses in town to ensure that they are on board with our vision, and we are working together to help their success. And we will continue to elevate our communication with potential businesses to show how great Bolingbrook is. We have big ideas for the future, which means we need a big platform.
Welcome to Soldier Field along Chicago's beautiful lakefront, Bears fans. Jeff Joniak with Tom Thayer, and it's opening day of the National Football League as the Bears begin their 2024 season. And we get a chance to get our first look at a team with excitement brewing. The offseason changes phenomenal. The work put in throughout the summer, palpable. And fans are believing and ready to cheer on their Bears during what could be a special, special season. It all leads to this, folks. The opening kickoff. The Bears look to handle their business and elevate their game today. And the opening kickoff every game this season will be brought to you by the Village of Bolingbrook, where businesses can elevate their future. Visit bebolingbrook.com to learn more. But before we get started, let's head down to the field where 12-time Emmy Award winner and 19-year NBC5 sports reporter and Chicago Bears Radio Network postgame show host Peggy Kaczynski is with Mayor Mary Alexander-Basta of the Village of Bolingbrook for a special report. Peggy, take it away.
Thank you, Jeff. Hi, everybody. Hello.
Thank you so much, Peggy, for joining me here today to announce the partnership between the Village of Bolingbrook and ESPN Chicago Radio.
We are so excited.
For those of you that may not be as in tune in the world of Chicago sports, can you please introduce yourself?
I feel like I'm like one of the OGs around here. So I am Peggy Kaczynski. I started in Chicago in radio on the old Kevin Matthews show. And we used to come out to this area. Thank you. Yes. We still have one who remembers. We used to come out to this area all the time. I am very familiar with this. I went on to Chicagoland Television. I worked at NBC Chicago TV as a sports reporter for almost 20 years before coming back home to ESPN 1000 Chicago. But most importantly, I live in the western suburbs. I grew up out here. I play out here. My kids play out here. I drink out here. I eat out here. So I am like many of you here. My husband is a business owner. I understand community, and I am so happy and eager to be a part of your team. Thank you for having us.
Well, it's wonderful to have you here today, and I'm so excited about our partnership. Can you tell us a little bit more about what this partnership means and how this will elevate Bolingbrook?
Yeah, I mean, this is easy. What's ESPN, right? ESPN is only the biggest and most trusted name in sports media, not just here, but across the country. To be associated with ESPN and ESPN 1000, our lineup is part of the fabric of Illinois. All of us on-air hosts, we represent the neighborhoods, the townships, the villages, the suburbs. We grew up here, we live here. We're a part of the experience here, and it has developed very trusted, loyal listeners. They love us, they trust us because of that. So how does our partnership actually elevate Bolingbrook? I'll give you a couple of numbers. 86% of adults in our listening area of ESPN 1000 are sports fans, 86%. Through all of the ESPN platforms, we reach 90% of those sports fans, 90%. And since we acquired the rights to the Chicago Bears, we're just #1 radio station in Chicago. Thank you very much. Hundreds of thousands of Bears fans. Hundreds of thousands of Bears fans listen to us. Our listeners are more than twice as likely to be business decision makers. Sports just brings us all together. It brings people together. I know that. I played sports. If you played sports, you understand that already. If your son or your daughter, your wife, your brother, your sister, your husband played sports, you know what it's like to sit in the stands. You have a commonality with those people, not just those who are on the bench, right? Sports is a common denominator. It's an icebreaker, but most importantly, Mayor, it is a bond in a community.
Now, I must admit, I don't know much about football.
It's all right.
I'm a soccer mom, all right? For those of you that don't know it, I'm a soccer mom. But you were so right about the power of sports. Getting behind a common goal really brings people together. Whether you're on the field playing, cheering on the stands, or yelling not so nice things on the stands,
Yeah.
I might add. Some of us have been there. We're all part of one big team, and that's truly the message I've been communicating during the past almost 4 years as mayor. The success of our community depends on us working together as a team. So how can our businesses that are part of today's effort be successful in this team?
Advocate. Be an advocate for the team here. Advocate for the community. Advocate for why you're here. We don't just drive to work, go home, and never look around. Smell the roses and realize what's around you. Enjoy where you work, where you live, explore. Have a sense of pride in what you've already accomplished here, not only through your own success, but the network of people that you've built as well. Bolingbrook people speak up. And as more people hear about Bolingbrook, you should be the advocate. Share your stories, your Bolingbrook experience as well. Be excited. I mean, we're excited because Bolingbrook is on the rise.
While everyone will be hearing Bolingbrook on the radio, our intentional primary focus is to bring economic development, primarily higher level retail and dining to Bolingbrook. Peggy, can you expand on how the Bears and the White Sox can help us with that?
Absolutely. Let's talk a little bit about our numbers. ESPN Chicago reaches over 182,000. Let me say that again, 182,000 business owners, partners, corporate officers, and just a few 100,000 more influencers as well. ESPN Chicago fans, well, they double the average B2B decision makers. They are above average number of business owners, partners, or corporate executives, and they are above the average number for managers and jobs. That's who is listening to us. So everyone here in this room, as the mayor asked you earlier, you can answer why Bolingbrook. It's why you're already here. But now we're talking about team. And now it's really a matter of all of us being Bolingbrook. Bears fans, Sox fans, you know, we wear our fandom on our sleeves. We wear shirts, hats, all the time. Everyone can identify you as to who you root for. Can people identify you as working, living, being a part of Bolingbrook? Don't be afraid to wear it on your sleeve. Be Bolingbrook.
I love that message. Be Bolingbrook. I am a resident, a public servant, a voice of my community, a representative of others. You all are Bolingbrook. The beauty is that we are all Bolingbrook, and we all have an opportunity to elevate our future here. I'm so excited about this partnership.
We're really excited too. Very happy to be here, very happy to start this with Bolingbrook. And I actually have some of my teammates back at the station who wanted to share their excitement with all of you as well.
Hey, Village of Bolingbrook. I love Bolingbrook Country Club. That's right. That golf club is awesome, and we hear they're a new partner.
And you know I have an appetite, so I love all the restaurants there and also the places to go see the movies. Oh man, what a great spot, Bolingbrook. Always a great spot.
You tell us how we can help you, because your town is awesome.
Thank you, Bolingbrook.
We appreciate you. Take that.
Hey, it's Black and Abdallah, and we want to welcome the Village of Bolingbrook to be great partners with us here at ESPN Chicago.
From our family to your family, welcome aboard. It's going to be awesome. Can't wait.
Hey, it's Carmen and Yurko, and we want to say hi to all of our good friends at the Village of Bolingbrook. Bolingbrook Golf Course is one of my favorites. My brother's got one of those like part-time memberships there. Rocket Ice. I love Rocket Ice. I play rat hockey there.
Destined for greatness, one of the best clubhouses in all of America, Bolingbrook Golf Club. I'm going to let you know. Absolutely fantastic. The Brook. Seen them play high school football many times out there. Those guys are fantastic. Welcome aboard. We're happy with you, baby.
We love you, Bolingbrook.
Waddle, I've been looking at property, and I think I'm buying a new house in Bolingbrook.
Wow. Can you buy me a condo there as well? I hear it's a fantastic place to raise your kids.
I think we're going to look for a condo for Waddle.
Yes.
We're going to buy a new house for me.
Yeah.
We're going to go golfing in Bolingbrook.
Yeah.
And I think we may open up a business in Bolingbrook.
I think it's great.
And whether or not we do that,
I'm going to do it.
We just love the partnership that Bolingbrook has started with ESPN 1000, and that's what this is. It's a true partnership. We want to thank you. We want to welcome you, and we can't wait to get out the word to our fans about Bolingbrook.
Can't wait to be a homeowner in a wonderful town of Bolingbrook.
You're going to love your condo.
I am.
And I'm going to love my house. Thank you.
Hey Bolingbrook, it's Peggy and Dion. Welcome to the ESPN 1000 family.
You know, when I was growing up, weather like this, there was nothing to do but go to Old Chicago. It was the best. It was so innovative. No one had anything like it. Now look at Bolingbrook. There is so much to do. You guys have really grown a lot. We are so happy to have you in the family.
Yeah, and it truly is a family. So welcome.
Welcome.
This is so amazing, and hearing some of these experiences, it sounds like they can answer the question, why Bolingbrook? While you're still up here, Peggy, I'd like to give you a moment to introduce some of your team members that have joined you today.
Good. So you haven't run off after seeing that from all the crazies back at the
Not
station?
yet, although that Old Chicago, you know, we don't tell people about because that gives away an age. We don't do that.
All about innovation. So you saw my teammate Dion, who I do my Saturday morning show with, and you saw Yurko, who I host post games of the Chicago Bears games with. I'd also like to introduce some others from my teammates at ESPN Chicago who are with us today. Our Vice President and Market Manager, Keith Williams. Keith, where are you? Here he is, right here. Danny Zetterman, our Director of Content, hiding in the back here. Our Director of Marketing, Maggie Sketch. And our marketing consultants, Stuart Lane and Ron Newrouter. Thank you, guys. And thank you all very much. We are excited to introduce you to our team, and we're really excited to be a part of your team as well.
Thank you so much. We're very much looking forward to it. If I hadn't said it enough, we're excited to bring Bolingbrook to the big leagues. We've already experienced intentional media coverage and various other accolades regarding our community and business. But this is an intentional effort, is just the beginning, and we're ready. My question to you is, are you ready? Are you ready to elevate Bolingbrook the future of 2024? Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you again. That was wonderful, and thank you for sharing everything. We really appreciate you coming out today. And thank you again to all of our sponsors. Without our sponsors, today would not be possible. And thank you all for being here. Have a great day.